Hi, welcome to Maction Planet. I'm Mac, and with me is the Shochu whisperer himself, Chris Pellegrini.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey, good, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad at all. Kanpai.
Kanpai.
And as you can see from the logos on this thing, we are at one of the branches of Baird Beer, Takodanababa to be precise, in West Tokyo.
That's right, west side of the Yamanote line. What are you drinking?
I am drinking their Fest Lager, one of their seasonal beers.
Oh, okay. I might try that one next.
What do you want?
The Angry Boy, just like me.
Appropriate. Look at him, look at that face. Anyway, we are here appropriately at Baird Beer to talk a little bit about the Maction Planet and Shochu.Pro Hanami 2020.
That's right.
Which is happening next year in 2020
2020.
on Sunday the 29th of March in Yoyogi Park, starting at 12 o'clock.
That's right.
So what is the Maction Planet and Shochu.Pro Hanami? Well, it's an event that's been running since 2017. So in February 2017, I launched the Maction Planet website, and I was actually thinking, well, is there a way to do something very special to thank all the people who've supported me through that process? And also, one thing I was thinking was, if I was a visitor to Tokyo, I'm going to all of these parks, I'm seeing all of these cherry blossom parties, these Hanami parties, but I may not know people in the city, I may not know the etiquette, and more importantly, I may want to do something a little bit more special than just buying some beers from a convenience store and then sitting down with a can of Asahi in the park. And so a few things happened around then. So the first thing I did was I contacted this guy. If there's anybody who I'm going to be partnering with in Tokyo for an event like that, it's got to be Chris. And I wanted Shochu, Japan's indigenous spirit, which a lot of people really don't know a lot about.
Right.
Even now, unfortunately, 3 years on, despite our big best efforts and books written and events promoted and tours done, I wanted Shochu, Japan's indigenous spirit, to be a big part of it. And I also wanted craft beer. And if I was going to partner with one company to do that, it's got to be these guys, our friends at Baird Beer, who I think, we can argue a lot of companies making some great beer now, but I think between us, our personal favourite, and has been for a long time.
I'm a Baird guy,
Baird through and through. They've been around since 2001, and we've just seen them grow from strength to strength.
Thank you, Mac. This has been a lot of fun. We don't normally do sort of individual parties with draft beer. We took a chance, and we're really happy we did, because it's been fantastic to work with you, Mac, and the guests you've brought here. You curated amazing people. We've had simply a great day.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, you see, at Maction Planet, we don't just cheers with a cup of beer. We cheers with a jug of single take session ale from Baird Beer. Fantastic. We continue.
So, with those two big blocks in place, the beer and the shochu, we managed to combine that all into what proved to be an absolutely phenomenal event. We had about 50 people turn up, total sellout. That was exactly what we wanted. And Chris, how was it from your perspective?
It was fantastic. I mean, you know me. I love just being able to talk to people who are open-minded, want to try something new, and like you said, shochu and awamori as well are completely unknown outside of Japan. Even in Japan, folks who live here don't know a whole lot about these drinks.
Right.
And I am a pig in poop, just standing there in the middle of the park with all of the cherry blossoms all around us, and people coming to my bar. I set up a little bar there. And just talking about the drinks, and people have fun. And you can't ask for more than that.
After the success of 2017, I'm always reminded of the Simpsons quote about how this yearly custom became an annual tradition. We had to do one for 2018. We had to make it better. We had to get more beers. We had to get more shochu, rarer shochu.
That's right.
And then 2019. Well, I mean, that was absolutely unbelievable.
2019 was epic.
Yeah.
It was epic. And I'm actually, like, I found a way to make 2020 amazing. I'm starting to worry though, with what I'm planning for 2020, I'm wondering what I'm going to do for 21.
Now,
I'm starting to worry about that.
Listen, I've got every confidence in you, Chris. You know, just when you think that you've hit the top, no, we can rise way higher than that. And that's actually the Shochu.Pro philosophy. That's been the Maction Planet philosophy. You know, just delivering more and more and more for our guests. And those guests have come from all over the world.
Yeah, they have.
There have been Tokyo residents.
Sure.
We've had a lot of people, friends of friends, strangers.
Yeah.
And it's always interesting to find out how people find out about the event, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's through Twitter and the amazing social media support we get from our friends at Baird. Whether it's just some of the social media that we do, whether it's just through sort of word of mouth or something that they heard from their friends who came in previous years. And that's been fabulous to see. And then, of course, we've had our overseas guests.
Yeah, and we've got a guest coming this year who is coming for the second year in a row from the States.
Exactly,
and
who's timed his trip for this event, which is, you know, it's kind of interesting. It's an honor, but it puts pressure on us to make sure that we deliver. And I like that kind of pressure. It's the kind of pressure I really love responding to. And we've had guests from India, from the Philippines, from the UK,
from Singapore, from France, from Germany last year,
our friends from Ginza Berlin. Big shout out to them. Best of luck with all you're doing to spread the word in one of my favorite cities in the world, Berlin.
Visit us again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It gets bigger every time, so we gotta do it better.
Yeah,
it's gotta be better every time.
Absolutely. We host the event in Yoyogi Park, which is actually the 4th largest park in the world's greatest metropolis, and is one of the prime cherry blossom viewing spots.
It is.
And it's absolutely magnificent. You know, the coverage of the trees. You know,
we've got a canopy above us.
100% 360-degree mankai, full bloom, all around us. And you know, we're always so excited, right, when we turn up in the morning to see, that and to see the spot. And even though it often means that we have to wait 7 hours until the start of the actual event itself, it's really not a hardship, because you know, that's what the country is all about at that time of the year. You know, enjoying the Hanami, enjoying the Sakura. It's absolutely fantastic.
Thanks to the Yamanote line being open at 5. I guess
absolutely. Represent to our friends at JR. Going to be with us tonight.
Pour one out for them too.
One of the things which has made the event very special, thanks to our partners at Baird Beer, is they've actually allowed us to sell some of their seasonal beer before it's been brought to the general public. So if you come to the Hanami party, there are beers that you're able to drink. Like, for example, their Bereko Jikan Strong Golden Ale, which has been a mainstay of the last few years. You can drink them before anybody else.
Yeah, before they hit the tap here, right?
Yeah, which is fantastic. So, you know, a big thank you to Brian Baird and Sairi and John Chesson,
yes.
who's been a great supporter for us. So, really appreciate that. Chris, tell us why this year is going to be different from previous years.
So I've been thinking about this for a long time. Every year I'm trying to outdo last year's lineup, and that's actually, it's impossible to do really. Every year the lineup has been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm pulling stuff out from my sleeves and from other places that, you know, things that you can't really get now.
Hey, welcome to the party. We got a good selection here today. I haven't opened anything yet, but a representative selection. Got Ryukyu Awamori from Okinawa called Niko Niko Taro.
Yeah.
And then I've got an Iki Jochu from Iki Island in Nagasaki Prefecture called Chingu. And then I've got Yamato Sakura from Ichiki Kushikiroshi in Kagoshima. This is Satsuma Jochu. This is a Kokuto Jochu, brown sugar shochu from Amami. This is from Nishihira Shuzo. It's called Sango. And last but not least, we have Mushagaishi, a really, really rich rice shochu from Kumamoto. Representatives of all the major types.
Fantastic.
It's gonna be all right. I think we're gonna do just fine. Nobody's gonna go home thirsty.
Now this time, I'm going way outside the box. And stuff that is just really not available, even here. And in fact, I may be able to get brands that haven't even hit the market yet.
This is very, very exciting stuff. This is actually the first time, we've discussed it a little bit, but this is the first time I'm hearing it as well. This is going to be phenomenal.
It is going to be kind of rad.
I might have to actually outsource the running of the beer station to somebody else in order so I can buy a ticket and just be a guest.
We got space at the bar. You're welcome to come by
and try some of these incredible shochu. This year we've actually increased the number of tickets that we're going to be selling. So there's going to be a lot of beer flowing and a lot of shochu being poured.
It's going to be pretty large. Sorry, I took your word.
That's all right. I know. This is pretty candid stuff anyway, but I'm now speechless, literally because my speech has been taken from me.
Yeah. There's a lean and a large. There's the large is the all-inclusive. The lean is only shochu, and what you get is the perfect place in the park that the two of us are going to go and stake out at the butt crack of dawn.
Pleased to say that the 5:57 a.m. to Harajuku is on time. Here it is, Yoyogi Park's cherry blossom canopy. Absolutely magnificent.
We're gonna go stake it out, get tons of space, and you get these drinks poured for you with a smile. You get plenty of space to do your picnic with your friends, and you're the envy of the entire third of the park, basically, because we've just got it set up. We're gonna have draft beer pouring. We're gonna have a mini bar there for you to enjoy.
One thing when we set up the event, Chris, that I don't think either of us really appreciated was, we were so focused on just providing the best drinks possible. Draft craft beer right in the heart of Yoyogi Park. For our guests, a selection of unbelievable shochu. Was the fact that actually a lot of people just bought tickets because they didn't want the hassle of coming and staking out their own spot in the park. And I don't think at the time I really appreciated that. It was the feedback after the first event that really, told us, wow, you're providing a real service by going there on the first Yamanote Line train and making sure that we've got prime real estate right under the cherry blossoms for our guests.
We're always there when they're still cleaning up from the night before. It's quite the scene. It's devastation in there when we walk in.
Yeah, literally the morning after the night before on a Friday night or Saturday night for Hanami is quite something.
Sight, and they have a crew in there cleaning up, and we're always the first ones in there. Like, what are you doing in here? And, hey, we need the best spot, so let us know when you're out of the way. Basically.
Exactly. We held the first party in 2017. One thing we've been extremely blessed with, I like to think that there's a little bit of planning involved in it as well, is that we have always hit the Mankai.
Right.
Every year, for 3 years, we've always hit the peak bloom. And looking at the early forecast, which literally just came out for 2020, it looks like we may well have done that again by picking our date of Sunday the 29th of March.
It's weird. I don't know. I'm sure we're going to be close. We're always, I don't know why do we have such good luck? I don't get it. We always get the good luck with the weather. We get the good luck with the flowers.
Yeah, we don't want to jinx it because this is going to be recorded for posterity. So luckily, their tap rooms are actually made with a lot of wood deliberately, so we can be, let's just get some good touching here.
It's about 9 a.m. now. Park's filling up, and luckily we got here early. We have an absolutely fantastic spot. Look at this, directly above us. Full coverage. Mankai, the full bloom. Pretty impressive, Chris.
Yeah, we got here at 6 o'clock, and that's, early bird gets the worm, as they say. Or the blooms.
Yeah, the early bird gets the blooms, and the early bird gets a prime spot in Yoyogi Park, one of the absolute best places to see cherry blossom.
We always advertise the thing as finishing at 4 o'clock, but that never happens.
It hasn't yet. It has not happened yet.
Yeah, more like 7 or 8 or...
I think 8 is pretty accurate. We end up staying there killing all of the shochu bottles, and then we end up working on whatever's left.
Absolutely. 2019 has been an absolutely fantastic year for Maction Planet. I know it's been a fantastic year for Shochu.Pro. Really want to say thank you so much to all our supporters, whether it's been our tour guests, whether it's just been our growth of subscribers on our YouTube channel. You know, we've gone from about 300 subscribers, close to 3,000 now. And I know a big part of that has been because of the Rugby World Cup 2019. And any of you who are watching this, who I met at those games, thank you so much for coming up and saying hello. And we would love for you to be there at the Hanami. It'll be absolutely fantastic, over some Baird Beers, over some Shochu, to reminisce about what a fabulous tournament 2019 was, and to talk about the future of Japan rugby. And I know some of you have already bought tickets, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of you out there on the 29th of March. Chris, tell us a bit about Shochu.Pro 2019 and then the plans for the future.
So it's been a pretty wild ride this year. We've got all manner of shochu influence, export, talking to people, talking up to people, talking down to people, getting people to get everything, get all their ducks in a line, get them in order, and let's present these products more effectively to the various markets of the world.
To the international audience, absolutely.
And I think 2020 is going to boom, and it's going to be exciting to be a part of it.
Yeah.
This is going to be a nice, I'm hoping that some of the things that I'm able to share at the party are things that the rest of the world will enjoy after that. That's the hope. I think there's some fantastic synergy with all things combined. Obviously, there's a lot of attention on Japan right now, as you're aware.
Yeah.
And there is so much that Japan has ready to just offer to all of this new attention, and it's exciting to be a part of it, as you have often spoken about.
Yeah.
And whether it's Japanese coming to Japan, or whether it's the drinks, it could be whiskey, it could be shochu, it could be beer, of course, and so much more.
Yeah.
It's coming fast and furious, and I think 2020 is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. It's been an interesting journey over the last, almost a decade now, since Japan really opened its doors to a lot of people, relaxed some visa laws, weakened the yen, and went all in on tourism. And we've seen those tourism numbers grow from kind of the 5 million level all the way up to the targeted 40 million for next year. We've just had an incredibly successful Rugby World Cup 2019 in Japan, the best Rugby World Cup of all time. Next year with the Olympics, it's going to be special. You know, if you're watching this from overseas, there's no better time to be in Japan really than Hanami season. And we'd love to see you in the park with us at the end of March, enjoying some of what Japan really has to offer.
Yeah.
Its indigenous spirit shochu and some of its best craft beer.
I can't buy that.
Absolutely. So that's a wrap from us. Thank you everybody for watching. Please check in the comments below for the link to purchase tickets, and we hope to see you in Yoyogi Park on Sunday the 29th of March 2020 for the Maction Planet and Shochu.Pro Hanami. And before this guy can steal what I like to say, we continue.
Bye-bye.